Sports' Tom Kippen. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Hubert. We set a record high today for the last day of winter.
All right.
Temperatures in the upper 70s. We beat that record by 3 degrees. And then tomorrow, it looks like we're going to set another record high. Let's go to our Weather Bug Network here, and we can see our sky cam looking out towards East Toledo on the Maritime Academy. Not too much going on, a quiet night out there. As we look at temperatures across the area, we have temperatures that are still in the 60s, including 63 degrees for Perrysburg, 69 Archbold, 66 West Unity, 57 degrees for Oregon, and 59 degrees for Pittsford. Currently right now at the WNWO studios, it's 64 degrees outside. Notice that northeast flow at 2 miles per hour, albeit light. Yeah, that's a good setup for fog. And let's look at our visibilities right now. And we have visibilities right now as we switch our source here on across the area. We have visibilities, running about 8 to 10 miles, so that's good. I'm expecting areas along the lakeshore, especially Monroe County, and I got to make that drive up to the north. It is going to be a bear as we head through the overnight hours, as visibilities may drop below zero. So first off, I'm concerned about fog. Second off, not really concerned about much else. As we look at WNWO triple Doppler radar, the showers and thunderstorms that bubbled up this afternoon have now dissipated. And as I widen out the view here, the showers and thunderstorms out to the west, those haven't dissipated on our radar and satellite here. Look at the stream of moisture coming up from Texas into eastern Oklahoma and western portions of Missouri. 5 to 7 inches of rain is possible in these areas here. So unfortunately, I think this is going to be making national news in the respects of flooding. What's causing this is we got an area of low pressure here at the surface in Nebraska. That's going to lift up towards the north, and then a big upper level low across the western portions of the United States. Huge trough digging into New Mexico and Arizona, and that's why they've seen winter storm conditions across northern Arizona and northern portions of New Mexico. For us, though, 81 degrees was our high temperature. A lot of us also made it up into the upper 70s. Some of us along the lakeshore only made it up into the 60s, but out at the airport, 81 degrees. Eclipsing the old record of 78 set back in 1921. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 7:38. Now, as we look at the temperature forecast, this is across the eastern United States, and notice we're on the warm side of things. I'll step over here and show you back on off towards the west where I showed you the trough was. That's where the cold side things are, and you notice as we move through Wednesday, look at the warm air still sticking around the eastern portions of the United States and the Great Lakes. This cold air is going to take a while to get here, and when it does, we're really not cooling off. Here's tonight's weather map. You notice all the rain across the central portion of the United States, and it's going to take a while to get here. As we head towards Tuesday, heavy rain from the Gulf Coast up to Minnesota. Notice that upper low meanders out into the southern plains. It's actually going to get cut off from the jet stream. The southern jet really non-existent. It really can't kick it on out. This surface low gets absorbed into this upper level low. Wednesday, you notice we're still dry and warm with temperatures back into the 80s, but this rain shower action is going to slowly move towards us on Thursday. I think Thursday is another dry day, but Friday, I think we need the umbrellas handy, as Friday we finally get into some rain action. So as we look at your forecast for tonight, we're going to have some patchy dense fog coming into the area. We'll have a low temperature around 56 here in Toledo, upper 50s elsewhere. And like I said, dense fog is likely in some areas. Now, food for thought tomorrow, Hubert, as we look at tomorrow's high temperature. The record high for tomorrow is 74 degrees, set back in 1921. Bye-bye is right, with a high temperature tomorrow of 83 in Toledo, 82 Adrian, 84 degrees for Defiance and Napoleon. Cooler on the lakeshore, 68 Port Clinton, and about 77 degrees for Monroe. 83 tomorrow, 84 degrees for Wednesday, 80 on Thursday. Our next chance of rain comes in on Friday, 75 degrees. And then, Hubert, it looks like we're headed for a wet Saturday, but still mild when we cool things off. We're only cooling things off back into the 60s. That's a look at tonight's weather. Let's head on over to Hubert for tonight's news. Hubert?